G'day, Steve Morgan, Fishing Monthly Magazines and ABT doing the Tackle Fridays. Got the Peanut Gallery just over here behind me, so hopefully they won't make too much noise. The Peanut Gallery here at the Molloy Caravan Park does include kangaroos and parrots that they call 28s, both of which will slit your throat for a barbecue shape. So you've got to be careful about that when you're in Queensland. I pulled the barbie shapes out yesterday, held them in the hand. The parrots are landing on your arm. The kangaroos are like getting their knives out. It's pretty savage around here. But we are in Western Australia, of course. Lightning trip to WA. I flew in Thursday morning early, got in late morning. Craig Doherty picked me up, who's a non-boater that I met over east. He's graciously lent me his ski to boat this weekend to be a boater, powered by a great 115 2.1 litre Mercury. He's got a Lowrance Ghost on the front of it. Not much of a sounder on it, but you don't need a sounder in the Blackwood. It's crystal clear at the moment. It's got 2 metre visibility in the water, and there's plenty of fish out there. They're not necessarily the easiest fish to catch today, but we caught a few, and we're all set for a plan tomorrow. I'm just about to go across to the briefing. One of the things I love about this tournament is it's run by the guys from WATA, the West Australian Tournament Anglers, and they do it for ABT. So I'm actually here sort of on a holiday watching them put the tents up and pull them down. So that's grouse. I'm going to enjoy doing that. I won't be able to help myself. I'll have to go and give them a hand with some stuff, probably with the interviews when we find out who wins the tournament this weekend. Not a huge tournament, 17 boaters and non-boaters entered. I think we've got a full field, but which is up. 7 boats on the last event was over here at Albany. The way it runs in WA is the winner of the event is supposed to go straight into the grand final, and hopefully that's someone from WA. Last event at Albany, Adam Amos did his first ABT event as a boater, ended up winning it, and so one of the WA guys missed out. So hopefully this weekend, even though 3/17 of the field are East Coasters, and Carl State is another half East Coaster, he's only been here for a little bit, hopefully a WA local can win this and get themselves a ticket to the grand final at Lake Macquarie later this year. So we did some pre-fishing today. Let me put you in perspective. The Blackwood River, nice big long snaggy river. It's in the southwest corner of WA. If you don't know where it is, you think about Margaret River wineries. They're all about 50 k's up the road. Beautiful natural banks on the river, clear water. There's flats fisheries that didn't work too good today in the clear water, in the no wind. Really good snag and edge fisheries. And we ended up catching maybe 20 or 25 fish today. And I'm going to run through some of the rods that I've got rigged up to hopefully attack this fishery tomorrow. I might be able to live stream tomorrow. I think I'm not going to fish too far away from the event centre here at the Caravan Park, and it seemed like there was okay reception. So we'll try it. I brought the gear for the live stream, but if not, there'll be highlights up tomorrow night. I'm going to run through the rods and reels that I've got here. I brought 8 rods over, 7 of the new Daiwa rods and one of the old Daiwa rods that Cromo begged off me. It was an old Adging AGS rod. Here you can see he has 2 left of his original 7. I had one in my archives there, so I gave that one to Cromo. So hopefully a bit of good karma coming from that way. But what I've got rigged up for tomorrow, and in no particular order, let's start off with the Infeet SK, the Skeleton Grip 7'3". I've got an eye waver on that. Normally in the summertime here, there's a pretty good top water bite, but it was cold this morning. It was 6 degrees. It didn't even hit 20 today. So we found that top water bite was sort of gone. So the eye waver, I can still fish shallow. I can still see it, but they don't have to come all the way to the top to eat it. It gets maybe a foot down with the fluorocarbon leader I've got on the end. So I've got that on the SK rod with the older Daiwa Exist on there. That's rod number 1 I've got lined up. If I have a look here, I've got 2 rods lined up that have got aqua hooks on them. One is the aqua rod. I do have 2 aqua rods. I only brought one over because I didn't think aqua was really going to play. That's with the 3000 Revelry on it, and on the 7'4" Infeet. I don't know the exact model, but it's one of the EX ones, 7'4". It is an awesome aqua rod. I've actually rigged up one of the crab and muss rods as the second aqua rod. So again, one's got 5 pound leader, one's got 7 on it. There's some pretty nasty structure in here. I did get busted off a few times today, so we're going to give that a bit of a crack as well. So 2 aqua rods rigged up. Unfortunately, I only have 1 pack and 2, which is a total of 10 aqua baits. So I'm going to have to go on the sponge at the briefing tonight to find someone who's got some aquas that can loan them to me. I think someone like Joseph Gardner might have a few packs there I can maybe swap with something in the tackle box. What else did we fish today? The stick minnow, of course. I've got it on slightly heavier line here. This is on some 4 pound Daiwa J-thread finesse, but it's one of Adam from fishing.com.au stick minnows. There's a lot of shallow banks here that have little sand flats running out of them, and that's going to work really good on those shallow sand flats. In the same sort of structure, I got the Infeet Sazanami. That's Kawasaki's little brainchild there. That's, I think it said in the rice Adele colour, that one there. I've actually got that one on straight through. That's on 4 pounds straight through again, and hopefully we can jag a couple of fish on that fella there. And that's it. I think that's the main arsenal. I've got some other rods here. I've got the other crab rod rigged up, ready to go. It might get a mussel or a pygmy mussel on it. Got some straight through 4 pound on that one as well. And that's a very small assortment of rods for me to fish a tournament with. I think I'll probably mainly fish aquas a lot of the day tomorrow. It's clear water. There's not a lot of current. It's a very finesse presentation, and when the fish eats it, I can actually set the hook and get the fish coming towards me. If the fish get their head down in this sort of country, it's all barnacles on snags and stuff. I want an advantage, and that's what's going to get me the advantage. I'm just going to give you a quick run around the skeeter that I'm using here, that Craig's loaning me. It's his first boat. He's from England, only started fishing recently. I'm just going to run you through the boat. It's got that 115 Merc on the back there. It's an old SX 170 skeeter. So it probably would have come in the country about the time that Josh Battison was selling. I think it was one year he sold nearly 100 of these. And you're going to hate me for saying this, but back in the day you could buy a boat motor trailer with a 115, or no, with a 90 E-Tech on it for 26,000 bucks when the exchange rate was awesome. That was about 10 or 15 years ago. There's Craig there, heading into the... but the skeeter there it is, little 17 footer, perfect for this sort of stuff here. He's whacked on a brand new Lowrance Ghost Electric. Today was the first time that I'd run the Lowrance Ghost. Really, really quiet. They make a very unique sound when they steer, but the brushless armature itself, super quiet. It's got the embedded transducer in it there, not connected to the sounder on this boat, but awesome. Comes on a single axle trailer. Craig loves it because fitted in his garage, and you can manoeuvre a single axle trailer around by hand, no worries at all. Got the little Mercury Vessel View 403 on it there. Got a totally adequate 9-inch HDS sounder on there from Lowrance. And down here, all the live streaming gear I'm going to set up for tomorrow. I didn't do a test stream today, but she's going to be fine. Plenty of room for the non-boater on the back, plenty of room for me out the front there. So really appreciate Craig loaning us the boat and picking us up from the airport, making it really easy for me to come across and have a holiday from ABT by doing an ABT event. The guys from Ryder will run a great event this weekend. Check out my live stream tomorrow. Might be working, should be working, but the highlights each night. And a special note, go Gussie and Carl over at Wheeler Lake. I know Carl struggled a bit yesterday, but he is ready for a big comeback. Go Carl, get it done for Australia.